What? Alright guys, real quick, if you want to know the baits that I'm using to catch these fish in this video while I'm waiting, at the end of this video I'm going to do a little tutorial. I'm going to show you the baits that I was using, the colors of the baits that I was using, and kind of talk you through how I worked it and why I targeted the areas that I did in this video. So enjoy the video, and you may learn something and you may be able to bring something out there when you go on the water next time. Right on guys, tight lines and God bless. What's up guys, Charles Cleveland with Dirty Bay Fishing here. I am out here in somewhere Trinity Bay and I am about to go wade fishing. If you see here, I got my waders, my belt, all the stuff that you need for wading. You always need a pair of pliers to cut the line or to take the hook out if you need, and I always got a pair of fish grips, and I always got my stringer. I always got a net with me, but if I don't, the fish grips come in handy. And this Arctic bag right here is pretty good for holding all my bait. I like it. It only costs like 40 bucks, I think. But I'm going where I'm at right now. There is 2 reefs. I don't know if you see the water busting over that reef right there. Well, there's 2 reefs back over there, and the wind's blowing this way, so I'm going to probably go in the middle or both sides of them and try to find speckled trout ambushing right there. I'm gonna put on all my gear. I'm gonna jump in the water here and let's go catch some fish. Tight lines and God bless, guys. What? Look at you. There's a red bottle. Oh. Nice. What a nice trout. Going over that. Nice trout. Right on, look at that guy. Got it again, probably another one. Wow, see what that is. That one came back and got it a couple times. Is that a trout? There's a trout. Right on. Look at that, guys. I don't know if he's big enough. He don't look big enough. really close. I don't think you're gonna be. Man, I'm gonna right on the dot. Got him. Oh, look at that. Oh, what did I get? Oh, it's running. Got him. Gotta be a redfish. Oh. Right on. A redfish would have came up by now. It's acting like a redfish. There was something. There was something. Ah, beautiful red, beautiful red. Beautiful red. Right on, beautiful. Beautiful. Look at that guy. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. Hope you learned something. Not just, I hope you liked it, but my goal here is always to entertain and to teach you something along the way. Hopefully you learn something. So here's the bait selection. This is basically all I was using out there. If you see right here, this is my tandem rig that I always use. I didn't have so much luck with this color. I had more luck with this color right here and these lighter colors right here. But what I normally do when I'm searching an area, I throw that tandem rig on and I'll throw the dark one and the light one, and then I'll see what they're hitting on. And if in this case they're hitting on this one more, I will divert to these, or I will put one of these on here and do two of these. But I was working both of those and flipping back and forth, and this one here was doing me pretty good, and this one here and this one. On my soft irons, so first off, these three right here are bite and fight angler lures, and these three right here are dirty bay fishing lures, and this is going to be one of them dirty bay fishing jig heads that Kevin just came out with. That's pretty good. So those and these are soft dines, Paul Brown soft dines. I get those from Bad Marine Supply. So I'll have a link in the descriptions where you can check these out. There is a code for these at Bad Marine Supply. If you use code Dirty Bay, you get 10% off anything, and they're the ones that have Naughty Hooker jig heads and all kinds of Paul Brown products. So check those out. So, but anyway, these are all the colors that I was using. These three colors are the main ones that I've been using so far. This one has always been working really good out there, but these two, I kind of go with this one because it's kind of a glass minnow color, and just like the red and that. And then this one here is going to look like a mullet with a dark top and the light, so I always have one of those type of colors in my arsenal. But so that day I even caught gaff top and croaker with these that day, but these were working with the trout. I even caught some of the redfish on these, but a lot of the redfish were on these, and I was working my tandem trying to find flounder too, but I never did. But that's what I've been using lately. I don't understand the colors because the water's been kind of muddy and murky. You think the darker ones would work better, but it is clearing up a little bit, so they're doing like the mid shades, I say, and then I always like these colors right here. Okay guys, the way that I was working these lures, these soft ons right here, you know, nobody really knows how to work these. It's a good learning process, but these things mimic wounded fish dying. So you got to take a little bit of time. But speckled trout like erratic behavior. An erratic behavior in a fish is going to cause a strike. So what you do with these, you count cadences in your head is what I normally do, depending on the depth of the water. So I cast it out. These are slow sinking. They're going to just sink like this. You want them to sink, hit the bottom, hit nice at the bottom. So usually where I'm at, it's 2-3 foot of water. Maybe less than that. I may give it a couple seconds to fall, and then what I do is I just give it 2 quick pops, pop pop, or 2 or 3, it just depends. 1 2 3, and then wait a couple seconds. What that's going to do is this bait's going to go twitch twitch like a wounded fish popping up trying to twitch his last little throws, and then you let it go and it's going to stop and it's going to start sinking, and either that twitch is going to cause them to bite, or that slow sinking is going to cause them to move in and come in there. So just remember that. Cast it out. You can kind of see in the video of me doing that. Cast it out, just a couple quick pops, cause it to twitch, and just watch it in the water. When it gets close to you, do it so you can see it, so you can kind of see what it's doing and see how hard you got to do it, how soft you got to do it. But that's basically it. You work cadences. You may count 2 seconds drop, 3 seconds drop, 4 seconds drop, and then 2 or 3 quick pops. Maybe this time you only want to do 1 pop. You just see what's causing them to bite, and then stick with that. And then basically with my tandem rig and these swim baits, I was looking for flounder, so I was just kind of dragging it across the bottom and then giving it a couple quick pops to kind of get it. And with a tandem rig, they'll do this, and then you let it fall, and a lot of times on that drop, then fish will go after it, or even when it hits the ground, that's what it'll do. So that's basically what I was doing, the same thing with that. Slow retrieves on the soft line and slow kind of poppings, just kind of reeling it in slow, and then I'll pop, and while I'm waiting, I'm just reeling in the slack while it's falling, and then when it falls, give it a second or two, start reeling it again. Just work with it and see what you do. So that day I was wading 1.5 foot, 2 to 2.5 foot of water. What I was finding is the redfish were going up and down closer to the shoreline. So as I would cast with these swim baits, or even with the soft line to the shoreline, I was picking up reds. And I found that out where I was going, there was a lot of oyster and shell pockets around where I was fishing, and that attracts fish. So that was a little further offshore, and that's where I was finding most of the speckled trout. And a lot of the other speckled trout, a lot of the bigger ones, in Trinity Bay, it goes out pretty shallow, and then you get drop-offs where it just starts getting a little deeper. So those areas right there, a lot of the trout have been running along that. So taking the boat, kayak or whatever, or walking up to it in a wade, we were taking the boat and just drifting along that drop-off and popping corks or even the lures as we drift, and that's how we were picking up trout that way when we weren't waiting. So that's what's going on right now, man. This summer's kicking off. Wade fishing's about to get really good. The surf's about to kick off really good. I hear them catching speckled trout in the surf right now already. So all right, guys, I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you out there on the water. Tight lines, and God bless.